Barack Obama's early life, an inspiring journey. Barack Obama is best known for becoming the 44th President of the United States, the first African American to hold that office. But before he led a nation, he was a young boy with big dreams and challenges. This is the true, simple English story of Barack Obama's life before he became president. It is a story of family, education, hard work, and hope that shows how one person can overcome difficulties and follow their dreams. Early life in Hawaii and Indonesia. Barack Hussein Obama II was born on August 4, 1961, in Honolulu, Hawaii. His mother, Ann Dunham, was from the American state of Kansas, and his father, Barack Obama Sr., was from Kenya in East Africa. When Barack was only 2 years old, his parents separated. His father returned to Kenya, and Barack would see him only one more time in his life. Sadly, his father died in a car accident in 1982. Barack's mother remarried in 1965. She married Lolo Soetoro, a student from Indonesia. When Barack was 6, the family moved to Jakarta, Indonesia, where he spent 4 years of his childhood. Living in Indonesia was a new adventure for young Barack. He learned to speak Indonesian and saw a very different world, including some poverty and a new culture. This experience taught him how to adapt to different people and environments at a young age. Barack's mother valued education very much. She wanted her son to have the best opportunities. At age 10, Barack moved back to Hawaii to live with his maternal grandparents, his mother's parents, and attend school. He returned to Honolulu while his mother stayed in Indonesia for a while longer. In Hawaii, Barack was accepted into Punahou School, a respected private preparatory school. He studied there from 5th grade until he finished high school in 1979. His grandparents were not wealthy, but Barack attended Punahou on a scholarship, financial help for school. This was a big change for him again, but it set the foundation for his future. His grandparents, Stanley and Madeline Dunham, took care of him and taught him the importance of honesty, education, and hard work. Growing up and finding identity. Barack's teenage years in Hawaii were not always easy. He was a good student and even joined the school's basketball team. On the outside, he appeared confident and friendly. However, like many teenagers, he faced personal challenges. He later admitted that he sometimes dabbled in drugs and alcohol as a young man. This means he tried drinking alcohol and using some drugs, such as marijuana, when he was in high school. These were mistakes that he would learn from as he grew older. Despite these missteps, Obama kept up with his studies and sports, and he graduated from high school, ready to move forward. One of the biggest challenges for Barack Obama as a teenager was figuring out his identity. He was of mixed race. His mother was white and his father was black, and he lived in multicultural Hawaii. Yet, as diverse as Hawaii was, its black population was very small. Barack did not see many people who looked like him. He often felt a little different and wondered where he fit in. Who am I? He questioned as he tried to understand what it meant to be a young black man in America. He wrote later that as a teen, he struggled with the complexities of discovering his identity. Fortunately, his mother had taught him to be proud of his heritage and to treat others with respect. Over time, Obama began to accept his unique background. He realized that having roots in different cultures was a strength, not a weakness. This understanding would later help him connect with many kinds of people, college education, and new experiences. After finishing high school, Barack Obama left Hawaii to continue his education on the mainland of the United States. In 1979, he moved to Los Angeles, California to attend Occidental College. He studied there for 2 years. Then, seeking new challenges, he transferred to Columbia University in New York City. New York was very different from Hawaii, with its busy streets and diverse population, but Obama adapted well. He focused on his studies and on understanding the broader world around him. In 1983, Barack Obama graduated from Columbia University with a degree in political science. He had learned a lot in college, both in and out of the classroom. Living in New York also opened his eyes to issues like poverty and social injustice, which he saw in some city neighborhoods. These issues made him think deeply about how he could make a difference in society. With a college degree in hand, Obama could have chosen a comfortable life with a high-paying job. In fact, he did work briefly in New York City after graduation. He had a job at a business consulting firm for about a year. However, Barack felt unfulfilled in the corporate world. He remembered his values and the lessons from his mother and grandparents about helping others. He wanted to do something more meaningful that could improve people's lives. So, in 1985, Barack Obama made a bold decision. He moved to Chicago, a large city in the Midwest, to become a community organizer. This job paid little money and was not glamorous, but it was very important to Obama. As a community organizer, he worked in poor African American neighborhoods on the south side of Chicago. He partnered with church groups to help local residents. For example, he helped set up programs to improve housing conditions and to provide job training for people who had lost their jobs when local steel factories closed. Obama listened to people's problems and tried to find solutions. He learned how to bring people together to work for their community. Working in Chicago was a challenging experience. At first, Obama was an outsider to the community, and he had to earn people's trust. The problems in the neighborhood, such as unemployment and poor housing, were big and sometimes frustrating to solve. But Obama did not give up. He learned to be patient and persistent. Over several years, he saw some improvements in the areas where he worked. More importantly, he grew as a person. He gained a deeper understanding of the struggles of low-income families, and he also felt more connected with his identity and community. The best education I ever got, better than anything I got at Harvard Law School, Obama later said about his time as a community organizer. The real-world lessons of compassion and leadership were invaluable. This work also inspired Barack Obama to do even more to help people. He realized that many decisions affecting communities are made through laws and government. To have a bigger impact, he concluded that he needed to study further. Faced with complex problems and local bureaucracy, he thought, "I just can't get things done here without a law degree." This insight led Obama to the next chapter of his journey: Harvard Law School and big opportunities. In 1988, Barack Obama was accepted into Harvard Law School, one of the top law schools in the country. This was a big step for him. He moved to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and dived into his law studies. At Harvard, Obama continued to work extremely hard. His classmates and professors saw him as intelligent, focused, and thoughtful. In his second year, something historic happened. Barack Obama was elected as the president of the Harvard Law Review, a prestigious student-run law journal. He was the first African American in the school's history to hold that position. It was a great honor and showed Obama's ability to lead and to earn the respect of others through his fair and balanced approach. National newspapers even wrote stories about this achievement, introducing Obama to a wider audience. He graduated from Harvard Law School in 1991 with high honors, ready to apply his new knowledge to the real world. While he was still a student at Harvard, Barack Obama also took time to reflect on his life story. He received an offer to write a book about race relations in America. Instead of writing a dry academic book, Obama decided to write something more personal. He began writing his memoir, a book about his own life, his family, and his search for identity. In 1995, he published this memoir titled Dreams from My Father. In the book, Obama talked openly about growing up, dealing with questions of race, and how he was shaped by the absence of his father. The memoir was praised for its honesty and insight. It helped many readers understand the young man behind the name Barack Obama. Writing this book was also a way for Obama to inspire others, showing that understanding one's own story can lead to personal growth. An important part of Obama's life also blossomed during his Harvard years, his love life. In the summer of 1989, after his first year of law school, Obama returned to Chicago as an intern at a corporate law firm. There, he met a young lawyer named Michelle Robinson. Michelle was assigned to mentor Obama during his internship. She was smart, confident, and also had roots in Chicago's South Side. Barack was impressed by her. The two quickly became friends and then started dating. Their connection grew strong. After Barack graduated from Harvard and returned to Chicago, he asked Michelle to marry him. In October 1992, Barack Obama married Michelle Robinson in Chicago. Barack and Michelle would go on to support each other through all the ups and downs of life. Michelle believed in Barack's vision and character, and this partnership gave Obama extra strength and motivation. A few years later, the Obamas started a family. Their first daughter, Malia, was born in 1998, and their second daughter, Sasha, was born in 2001. Barack Obama now not only had a career, but also a happy family life that inspired him to work for a better future for all children. Returning to Chicago, career and community leadership. After Harvard, Obama had many opportunities to earn a lot of money, but he stayed true to his values. He returned to Chicago and chose jobs that allowed him to serve the community. He worked as a lawyer at a small law firm where he specialized in civil rights law. In this role, he helped people who faced discrimination and fought for fairness. Obama also became a part-time law professor at the University of Chicago, teaching constitutional law from 1992 to 2003. He enjoyed teaching and was well liked by his students. These jobs might not have been the most profitable, but they were meaningful and built Obama's reputation as a principled, community-minded leader. Barack Obama's next big step was to enter public service as an elected official. He saw this as another way to bring positive change. In 1996, Obama decided to run for the Illinois State Senate, the legislature of the state of Illinois. He campaigned by going door to door and talking to people in his district, the community he would represent. His hard work paid off. He won the election and became a state senator in Illinois. In the state senate, Obama continued to follow his passion for helping others. He worked on laws to help working families, poor communities, and children. He learned how to cooperate with other lawmakers, even those from different political parties, to get things done. This ability to unite people was something he had practiced since his community organizer days. It earned him respect in the state capitol. Voters re-elected Obama to the Illinois Senate in 1998, and again in 2002. Not everything in Obama's early political career was a success. However, in the year 2000, he aimed for a higher office and ran for the United States Congress, the U.S. House of Representatives. He challenged an incumbent, a current office holder, in the Democratic primary election. This campaign did not go well for Obama. The incumbent, Bobby Rush, was very popular in their district, and Obama was still not very well known at the time. Obama lost that 2000 election by a wide margin. It was a painful defeat for the young politician. Some people might have given up after such a loss, but Barack Obama did not. He saw the loss as a lesson. He reflected on what he could do better and used the experience to grow stronger. Obama remained determined to serve the public. He continued his work in the Illinois State Senate and waited for the right opportunity to try again, rising to national prominence. Just 4 years after that setback, Barack Obama got a second chance at a national office. In 2004, he decided to run for the United States Senate. This was a much bigger stage, representing the entire state of Illinois in Washington, D.C. The campaign was challenging, but Obama applied everything he had learned. He reached out to voters all over the state with his message of hope, unity, and change. His personal story resonated with many people. Here was someone who had grown up in humble circumstances, who had a funny name and a diverse background, yet who spoke eloquently about bringing people together. Obama's sincerity and optimism attracted volunteers and supporters from all backgrounds. In the election, Barack Obama won decisively. He earned about 70% of the vote, winning by one of the largest margins in Illinois history. In January 2005, he was sworn in as a U.S. Senator. This made him only the third African-American U.S. Senator since the Reconstruction era over a century earlier, a remarkable achievement for the son of a Kenyan and a woman from Kansas. One event in 2004 truly launched Barack Obama into the national spotlight. In July of that year, Obama was invited to give the keynote speech at the Democratic National Convention, a big meeting of his political party in Boston. This was an honor usually given to rising stars. Still a Senate candidate at the time, Obama stood in front of thousands of people and delivered a powerful message. He spoke about the idea that Americans are one people, not sharply divided by red states and blue states or by race. He talked about working together, caring for each other, and believing in the audacity of hope, the boldness to remain hopeful even when times are hard. Obama's speech electrified the audience. Many Americans watching on television saw Barack Obama for the first time that night. His words about unity and hope touched the hearts of millions. Overnight, Obama became a national figure in American politics. He showed that he could inspire people with his positive vision. This moment hinted at even bigger things to come for Obama in the near future. By late 2006, Barack Obama had written a second book titled The Audacity of Hope, after the theme of his 2004 speech, and had become one of the most famous young politicians in the country. People began to ask if he would run for president. Obama thought about how his background, his childhood struggles, his education, and his life experiences had prepared him to possibly lead the country. He knew it would be a tough road, but he believed in working for change. In February 2007, Barack Obama announced that he would run for President of the United States. It was a bold decision for a relatively new U.S. Senator, but his life had taught him to have courage and hope. Conclusion. In 2008, after a long campaign, Barack Obama was elected President of the United States, achieving a historic milestone as the nation's first black president. His journey from a little boy in Hawaii to the White House inspired people all around the world. Obama's life before the presidency shows us how determination and integrity can pave the way to great success. He faced many obstacles, a separated family, questions of identity, financial struggles, and even political defeat, yet he never gave up on his dreams. His story teaches us that where you start does not have to determine where you end up. Lessons from Barack Obama's early journey. Believe in yourself and dream big. Obama grew up in a modest environment, but he always dreamed of achieving great things. He did not let doubt stop him from aiming high. Value education and hard work. Obama's mother and grandparents taught him the importance of learning. He studied at top schools like Columbia and Harvard through hard work and used his knowledge to help others. He showed that education can empower you to make a difference. Embrace diversity and be open-minded. Living in Hawaii and Indonesia, and later working in multicultural Chicago, Obama learned to appreciate different cultures and perspectives. He turned what could have been an identity challenge into a strength, finding unity in diversity. Never give up in the face of challenges. Throughout his early life, Obama encountered setbacks, from personal struggles to losing an election in 2000. Instead of quitting, he kept trying and learned from failures. This resilience helped him reach his goals. Barack Obama's early life story is a testament to the power of hope, empathy, and perseverance. It shows that a young person who faces struggles can grow up to create positive change in the world. Obama once said that hope in the face of difficulty has been the secret of America's progress. In his own journey, hope and hard work carried him from humble beginnings to the doorstep of the White House. His story continues to inspire millions of people to work hard, help each other, and say, "Yes, we can," to their own dreams.